Hello, we are presenting espressoAutoForms. espressoAutoForms is a vaading application that generates web forms from REST services created on EspressoLogic. We call AutoForm simply using URL parameters. Everything is generated in real time, no need of publishing or compiling. Automatically generates or CRUD functionality, create, read, update, and delete, based on reusable components and layouts that will conform the final result. AutoForm is called sending parameters on the URL. AutoForm processes these params and requests data and metadata to EspressoLogic using JSON. With the received data, generates the web form with all CRUD functionality included, so you can query, insert, edit, and delete records. For this demonstration, we use a list of items with their detail and order lines. This application will be generated automatically just by typing the correct parameters in the URL. We can move between records, sort records with one click, add a new record, edit an existing record, and delete records. And also we can perform complex combined searches. By example, we can look for all lines with a customer that contains services in the name. Yeah. And also we can search for ranking nodes. And we want to show just the lines with an amount bigger than 10. So we've done a search combining data from the parent, grandparent, and the own record. Editing a line. For example, if we edit this line with quantity 1, price 10, and amount 10, and we put 3 in quantity instead of 1, we save. We get the new correct amount, 30. But what happens if we try with a huge quantity? Let's say 3,000. We'll get a validation error. Customer balance exceeds his credit limit. All operations will be automatically controlled by business rules in EspressoLogic. We should notice that we're seeing data from that record, but also data from his parent and grandparent tables, as nodes that belongs to order, parent of order lines, or customer name that belongs to customer, parent of orders, grandparent of order lines. Resources. Everything here is generated from the parameters sent in the URL, being the main parameter the resource. But what is the resource? We must go to the EspressoLogic to get the answer. Starting from a data source, in this case MySQL, EspressoLogic creates an schema with all tables and, most important, generates the REST API CRUD, create, read, update, and delete, so we can access all objects on a table. If we enter the REST lab, we choose, by example, customer, we can send a GET and we'll get a JSON with all the information related to that table or resource. The resource we're using here to obtain a list of items with their order lines is this: products. Let's see what we've got here. If we click on the resource products, we'll find it's got a table, product. Of course, in this table there are some fields, and we just want to show the name and the price. Dependent on products, we have a list of items where we mark the following fields: quantity ordered, product price, amount, and also the order this line belongs to. From the order that line belongs to, we get if the order was paid or not, and the notes from the order. And from the table customers, we get the name of the customer. So, for using this resource with AutoForm, we only need to tell the URL this name, products. Let's say by example that we have this resource named Customer Business Object, where we have, first of all, the table customer. Belonging to customer, its orders. Belonging to orders, order lines. And for the lines, the products, etc. If we come to the browser and in the parameter resource, instead of products, we type Customer Business Objects, and we reload, we'll get a complete new application based, in this case, on the resource with customers and its orders. I'm using a layout called List Split Display that allows me to do that. Basically, it's the same we had before, but now we are consulting customers and their orders. We've got the name of the customer, but we also want balance and credit limit. So we come here, Attributes, and we click on Balance and Credit Limit. Let's save. And as this is real time, simply by reloading the page, we have all the changes applied. Notice that we've got two tabs, Orders and Unpaid Orders. Let's see where they come from. If we go back to Resources, we see that here we have a list of orders and a list of unpaid orders. To differentiate all orders from unpaid orders, we use a filter. In that case, we write in unpaid orders that paid equals false. Menus. As being so easy to create an application with AutoForm just using simple parameters on the URL, it also will be very easy to create a menu. In that case, we've got a menu with all orders and unpaid orders. Inside Masters, we've got customers with low balance or all customers, and also a list of items with their orders. How do we create that menu? Entering the Espresso Live browser, we can see that we've got the object Main Menu, with all the menu items, starting with Historic, and inside Historic, all orders and unpaid orders. On the options we've got for each item, we found the title, the resource, the layout, and the possibility of entering a filter. By example, if we go to unpaid orders, we can see that we've got the title in option name, purchase orders and resource, in layout, list split display, and as a filter, paid equals false, to see only the unpaid orders. What we are doing here is constructing the different URLs and applying them to the menu items. If we click on All Orders, we can observe that it's using the default layout. Let's see here, Historic, All Orders, and we can check that really is using the default layout. Change to a different order, and down here is the display. If we want to use the list split display, in layout, we write list split display and save. And reloading the page, we'll get the same page, but now with the list split display. This is with the display in the right, and we can change the position. Espresso logic and business rules. In summary, with espressoAutoForms, we build applications with menus and create, read, update, delete, and searching capabilities, relying on the power of espresso logic, not only with the strength of resources, but also with the great potency of business rules. By example, how do you get that amount equals quantity by price? It comes directly from that formula. An easy formula that says that if quantity ordered is lower or equals 6, it will be quantity multiplied by price. Else, if quantity ordered is bigger than 6 items, quantity by price and multiplied by 0.8. So you'll get a discount of 20%. Let's see other rules that we are using. We calculate balance as the sum of all orders not paid. With that balance, we can make the validation we saw before. If balance is bigger than credit limit, it will fire the error we saw earlier. If we try to make an unpaid order with an amount bigger than the credit limit, we won't be able to save the order. So, we have seen how we can generate real-time application with no need of compiling or publishing, simply by creating resources and applying powerful espresso logic business rules. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed that presentation.